Hey guys, this is Birdie with Birdie's Crime Chat. I'm going to read you an article that was written by Jeff Bobo with the Rogersville Review. This was posted November 30th of 2021. The article is titled Cornbread Mafia Questions Were Insane. Candace Wells explains why she walked off Dr. Phil. In a statement released this past week, Summer Wells' mother, Candace Wells, offered an explanation as to why she walked out of an interview with interrogation experts that was broadcast on the Dr. Phil show on November 11th. Candace stated that she and her husband Don had just been through a very emotional time due to a possible sighting of Summer, which turned out to be a false alarm. Quote, "It was not our daughter Summer," end quote, Candace states. "It was like losing her all over again. The emotional circus already had us drained," end quote. After that false alarm took place, Dawn and Candace still agreed to do the interview with Dr. Phil's interrogation experts, although Candace didn't want to. She noted that her nerves were already frayed when shortly before leaving for the airport to do the Dr. Phil interviews, a woman showed up at their home trying to literally push her way in the front door with supposable evidence, which turned out to be false. Police responded to their home and were dealing with that situation literally as Dawn and Candace left for the airport. And then we start some more quotes here. "So here we are in California, which didn't want to do," Candace states. "Why would I want to leave my house and yard where any possible day Summer might come running up the driveway? We went around and around," parentheses, about whether or not to do the interview, in parentheses. "Dawn kept reminding me it was to get Summer's name out to the world. Maybe someone, after seeing her picture, might give the tip we needed. Finally, I went, but it was on one condition. No one would interrogate me any more." Candace added, "Our main reason for going to Dr. Phil was to get national attention. Dawn kept telling me this extra interview that day would help. I was drained. I didn't want any interrogating questions. I was tired of everything. I was so tired of grief, fears, threats, lies, and trickery from people. And then the whole thing of the false alarm earlier. And she did look like Summer in many ways." Candace said that when the interrogation experts asked if she had anything to do with Summer's disappearance, they crossed the line, so she walked out. "Outside, I wailed," Candace said. "There are no words. I was told by a friend I had made the supreme sacrifice for my daughter and that it was all over. No more. I was told by a friend that nothing more would ever be required of me. I didn't care. I just want my Summer. I wanted all this insanity to end. I hated it all." Candace said she thought the interrogation experts were insane when they brought up the so-called cornbread mafia. "My brain had nothing left to hear such a silly-sounding thing at that moment," she added. "Yes, maybe there is one, or a sidekick of one. I don't care." Dawn almost laughed. A friend said it sounds like a comedy sequel to the Beverly Hillbillies. As for Dr. Phil's conclusion that Candace has hidden memories that might help locate Summer, Candace replies, "Maybe so. I'm running my brain dry thinking," she added. "We toss out nothing that the interrogation experts said on Dr. Phil. We want to find our daughter Summer. The amazing, brilliant, experienced men want the same thing. Maybe if there still is a cornbread mafia or whoever, maybe I will remember a detail. Or as Dr. Phil said, that I remember something I don't know I remember." And that's the end of the article. But I thought that was interesting because I believe the friend that Miss Wells is referring to when she's talking about how she experienced, you know, the utter shock that they had asked her the question about the cornbread mafia, and about they had the audacity to ask her if she had anything to do regarding Summer's disappearance. The friend that is commenting to her is Tim Mullen, I believe, in my opinion. And he felt like at that moment that Candace had made the ultimate sacrifice for her daughter to be able to present herself on national television and be asked the question, the simple question, did you have anything to do with your daughter's disappearance? Do you all feel like that's the ultimate sacrifice for your daughter?